So I've seen a lot of discourse from a bunch of butthurt Jojo fans that Joker versus Giorno isn't close. And the funny thing is that they're right. It's not close, but not in the way they think. They think that Gold Experience Requiem is the end all be all of stands, and it's not. It actually can be countered by two very well, technically one very specific stand, that being Soft and Wet Go Beyond. And that's because of how Return to Zero works. A lot of people believe that Gold Experience Requiem is just, no matter what you lose, which is not true. Gold Experience Requiem's Return to Zero requires one of two things to happen. It requires either an action to happen to Giorno, or it requires an action from Gold Experience Requiem to happen to the other person. Now, the reason why I'm confident in this is the same reason why Death Battle is confident in what they've said, because of Eyes of Heaven. That's how it works. And if a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Eyes of Heaven isn't canon, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Araki wrote the story. Literally. You're going to argue with the creator of the manga and anime that you're watching? Don't think so. So, there's that. Another thing, one thing that Death Battle didn't explain, and it sucks that I kind of have to explain it here, is the power of a wild card, which is consistent with wild cards both in Persona and JoJo. In Part 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Thoth couldn't predict Iggy, because Iggy's a wild card. He's a fool. Fools can become anything. Fools can do anything. You can't predict a fool, because a fool does whatever it wants. Every single wild card in Persona is also a fool. It's the power of the fool. The power of the wild card allows them to be anything and everything, which is why they have the power to take in as many personas as they want, because they can be anything and everything, therefore they are everything. The power of zero. It's literally the power of nothing. Hey, sweetie, how you doing? And my daughter's giving me magnets. Sorry about that. I have to watch her while I'm doing this. The power of zero is an infinite nothing that allows you to become anything. It's an empty vessel that you can fill with any kind of fluid or whatever you want. Therefore, you can become anything you want. And that's the power of Joker. Joker in Persona history is one of the most strongest wild cards there is. His existence is in the collective unconsciousness, which means that because of how social links work, you can't just kill Joker. You have to kill Joker and then delete him from the collective unconsciousness. Even then, that doesn't work. Uh-oh. I dropped one of the magnets. That doesn't work for a very specific reason, and that reason being the Velvet Room. Joker has been deleted from existence before, in the very game he came from. Spoilers, but it's true. He was deleted by a god by the name of Yaudabaos, the god of control. And what ended up happening... Hey, sweetie.
Yeah.
Hi. What ended up happening was that the Velvet Room immediately came in. Yeah, she's happy for this. The Velvet Room immediately came in, saved Joker, brought him into the Velvet Room, and it wasn't even just Joker, it brought all of the Phantom Thieves into the Velvet Room. And the Velvet Room exists beyond time, space, mind, and matter. It exists beyond dream and reality. So Joker gets put into, even if Joker didn't have the ability to break out of Return to Zero, just like Diavolo, the Velvet Room has his back. And if you say, oh, well, there's no help in a death battle, you can't have Joker without the Velvet Room. That's literally impossible. Just like how you can't have Joker without social links. Excuse me for that. It's quite literally impossible. So, That's one counter to Gold Experience Requiem. And trust me, there are a lot. Another is Joker as a wild card. And this is the Joker at the end of his journey. Because, Death Battle is supposed to be a battle between two people at the very peak of their power. Joker at the end of his journey has two abilities. Here's the magnets. He has two abilities. He has Unshakable Will and Will of Rebellion. Unshakable Will means that no matter what you do, you cannot affect his mentality. You cannot give him any kind of status effect. You cannot give him any kind of... you can't mess with his will. You literally can't. The only time that was negated was once again by Yaldabaoth, the God of Control, who manipulated reality to give Joker something that humanity already has, one of the 7 sins. And even then, it's very debatable about whether or not Joker can actually get one of them because of Unshakable Will. Because in the game, he generally doesn't get targeted for that. It's the other party members. So that's very iffy. But Unshakable Will reduce to 0 doesn't work. And as long as Joker is being thought about by somebody in the collective unconsciousness, he's constantly getting powered up. He's constantly getting willpower from them. Like, literally, because I am thinking about Joker, because of the bond I have with Joker, as somebody outside of his damn universe, that's powering him up. How the fuck does that work? It's because Joker is in the collective unconsciousness, and the collective unconsciousness is shared throughout everybody in the multiverse. Not universe, multiverse. That is stupid. And the reason why I know this is because of 2 games. Hey, sweetie, how you doing? Because of Persona 3 Reloaded, and because of Persona 5X. P5X literally works off of a multiversal Jungian collective unconsciousness. Why are you making those noises? Me. My daughter, I swear. The collective unconsciousness is not just a single thing. Flies. It is something that is shared between all living things. It is an ideal of a bunch of archetypes that humanity has. And the Fool is among one of them. And Joker is imprinted upon that. He has taken the world. He is a part of the world now. He is in the collective unconsciousness. To the point that the very idea of Joker and of his power and ability, gotta get rid of that smudge. The very idea of Joker, of his power and ability, went back in time to Persona 3? Before Persona 5 happened? That's some weird shit. Let's go weirder. How about an entire alternate universe? P5X is an alternate universe Phantom Thieves working against the unfair adults. Guess what? The entire Phantom Thieves can be summoned there because they're inside the collective unconsciousness. Joker straight up shows up to protect the protagonist of P5X. That's ridiculous too. So, good luck with that. We haven't even touched upon the fact that Joker's stands, personas, whatever you want to call them, and this, I'm a Jojo fan, okay? I am a Jojo and a Persona SMT fan. This is not close, because all Joker has to do is swap to a persona that nullifies Fizz. What's Giorno going to do? Even worse, drain Fizz. Giorno does nothing but punch. The best he has is whether or not Return to Zero works on stats or like actual states of being, which, okay, yeah, sure. But you can't really kill Joker if you can't hurt him. Granted, you're still touching him, so would return to 0, but it would be a really stupid, really boring fight. So essentially, Giorno would just immediately have to go into Requiem. So, the big thing, another way to beat Return to 0. The big one. Almighty moves. People keep saying, oh, you can't beat Giorno. The main argument I've heard is that you cannot beat Giorno because no matter what, GER says no. That is incorrect. Almighty moves, or GER, I'm sorry, forgive me, I almost lost my train of thought. ADHD's a bitch. Gold Experience Requiem can only affect his reality. Reality warping effects cannot stop anything that comes outside of their reality and ignores the rules of their reality. How do I know this? Official material. I'm not talking Eyes of Heaven. I'm not talking a side manga. I'm not talking any of that. I'm talking Soft and Wet Go Beyond. Soft and Wet Go Beyond. Specifically, the Go Beyond attack hit Wonder of You. And this is going to be massive spoilers for JoJolian, so there's something to investigate after this is done. Where was my train of thought? Right. Soft and Wet Go Beyond hits Wonder of You, which literally manipulates reality so that you cannot win, you get hurt. She just stole the magnets from me. If you even think about coming after Wonder of You, you get affected. You get hurt. You cannot win. It is stupid. It is ridiculous. Soft and Wet Go Beyond hit him. How? Because he hit him with something outside of his reality. He hit him with a bubble going past infinity, going past the laws of his own reality to hit Wonder of You. Which means reality-altering abilities can only affect the reality, the bubble of reality they are in. Almighty moves do not give a fuck. They do not exist inside your reality. They are a part of the demiurge. They are a part of the will of creation. Something that does not exist in one point in reality. It exists outside of reality. Almighty moves do not care about reality warping effects. They are happening. You can either dodge it, which, good luck with that. You're trying to dodge something faster than the speed of light. Oh, hey, Joker did it. Huh. Giorno can't. That's 1. 2. Any Almighty move could have done that. Sinful Shell, just an icing on the cake. Sinful Shell can kill gods. That's the thing. Joker could have used any Almighty move there. He could have used any of the Megiddo series, including Megiddo or Megiddo, though I don't think Joker has access to that. The fact that he used Sinful Shell is literally just dressing. It's window dressing. He didn't need to. He could have used any other persona with Almighty moves. And Almighty moves, like I said before, they can't be stopped. They can only be dodged. You cannot alter reality to stop an Almighty move. It's not possible. It's not possible in SMT. Like, literally, Yahweh, the creator God, cannot stop almighty attacks. The creator God cannot stop almighty attacks. You cannot return an almighty attack to zero. That's impossible. Literally. So, Evie, stop. So, Gold Experience Requiem now has an attack it cannot stop, cannot alter, cannot do anything to. That is faster than light, faster than Giorno can react to, and is readily accessible by Joker. Joker wins. It's a stomp. It's a massive stomp. So there's no argument. There really isn't. And this is coming from, again, a Jojo fan who honestly thought that Giorno was going to win. And then the more I thought about it, the more evidence started piling up, the more I started talking about it amongst my friends, who are also Jojo fans, by the way. Some of them more Jojo fan than Persona fan. We all started thinking, and we all realized, this isn't close. Not even by a long shot. So, there's no argument here. And any Jojo fan that cannot accept the loss is butthurt because they thought that Gold Experience Requiem worked one way and it didn't. It does have restrictions. And once again, for the people that believe that because Death Battle used Eyes of Heaven, as their reasoning for why Almighty moves can work against Gold Experience Requiem, again, Araki wrote it. Araki wrote the story. So, tough shit. Because that means if you go against that piece of side material, then that means you're going up against your own creator. And this isn't some God of War BS2 where Araki gave JoJo to somebody else. Araki's still writing. I'm reading JoJo Lands as we speak. He knows what he's doing. And I think he knows a bit or two more about Gold Experience Requiem than we do. So, this is an 18-minute long rant. I'm fucking done. JoJo fans who can't take the L, sorry, man. You lost. Giorno isn't as powerful as you think he is. He's a teenager with a universal WMD. He's a kid with a bomb defusal kit. And Joker brought a gun. So, that's it. I'm gonna go take care of my daughter now because she keeps vying for my affection. And I'm probably being a bad parent recording this while watching her. Well, at least she's having fun.